to do not disturb. So if a call comes in, I won't lose it.
I think you're good.
Okay.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Everybody? All right, Don Mowery. Mr. Don Mowery. The analytical, the smart. You're the smart one. You got all the numbers.
I don't know that. They always call me the sergeant. I don't know why they call me the sergeant.
Dude, I came up with that name. Sergeant. That's you, man.
So yeah, Don, they call me the sergeant.
We're going to do 10 minutes with Sergeant Mowery. And we're going to just get into some questions related to the business. So why don't we just jump right in? We got 10 minutes. Let's talk about, first of all, what's been the biggest challenge that you faced during COVID?
As a business owner or as a team leader, it was just planning. How many people do we need on staff? Where should I allocate my funds in marketing? Do I need to cut back my expenses? And so when we entered into COVID, I thought, I'm like, oh my God, that's it. We're done. So I scaled back a lot of operations, thinking that the market was going to correct and business was going to drop. And it did the exact opposite. And so then it caught me in a position where I downsized. I didn't have enough staff. We didn't have some of the systems and processes to handle the volume that we didn't anticipate. So I made a mistake. I thought we were going to go the opposite direction and the market was going to slow when it actually increased.
So what did you like? What was your biggest adjustment then, would you say?
So we had to staff up fast. We had to get support staff for our people. And then I had to hire more agents to get more agents to handle the lead volume.
Got it. Okay. And then, so what would you see as your biggest opportunity to grow your business over the remainder of the year now? Biggest opportunity.
The biggest opportunity, I believe, for any agent in there is to help educate their clients. I think a lot of times when we're on the phone with somebody, they too are assuming facts, whether they have enough down payment or credit, or I can't get a house because there's no inventory. And so what we have to really do, I believe it's important for me, is to help listen. Number one, I need to listen to what their objection is. What really are they saying to me? And then I try to help educate them and say, well, yes, I understand that's, but let me show you how we can help you get past that hurdle. Or let me show you a way that we competed against 11 other offers and we were able to get in that home. So it's more about listening intently to what they're saying to you, asking more questions, talking less, and then helping them educate them through the process.
Got it. So what would you say is something that you learned about yourself through this process, if anything?
Through the COVID?
Yeah.
Just mindset, keep going, don't stop. Everybody, kind of the ones that stopped and said, I'm going to sit there and do nothing. No one's going to buy, no one's going to sell. Didn't do a lot of business. And those of us who just kept daily at our daily routine, waking up, making the phone calls, doing our routines, not stopping, have seen a tremendous increase in the business. In fact, I think out of my 30 years of business, these last 2 to 3 months has been the best ever for me.
Wow, that's amazing. So how do you stay motivated? So when that thing happened, it changed, it shifted. I know you just said you keep going, but is there anything in particular that you do to stay motivated and positive, particularly to related to what you do?
All of us have the space between our ears, right? And I wake up every morning and I find negative things trying to creep into my brain. And I think when I coach for Tom Ferry, or when I listen to somebody like Krista Mayshore, or I've listened to Darren Hardy, they all have the same theme about getting up in the morning and doing affirmations about what you want to achieve, about gratitudes, and getting your mind in the right place before you get up and get going. It is so easy for us to turn on the news, to see all the negativity, whether it's about politics or whether it's about the fires or whether it's about, and those are truly things that are important. The challenge is we walk out the door that moment with all these negative thoughts about what's going around us without really thinking about what we need to accomplish that day. So I try to write out each and every day. I'm trying to get better at it. I'm not as good as I want to be. I would really like to plan my day the night before about what I want to achieve and what I need to do, and then wake up with that the next morning and have that planned out already. Sometimes I'm good at it. Sometimes I'm not.
Are you a checklist person? Or
Yeah.
you? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I believe. Yeah, I'm a big checklist. I'm a big checklist person. Yeah.
It's funny because we were talking to Mike Ferry earlier, and you're saying something just like echoing exactly what he was saying. Is like he controls the environment. You're controlling your environment. You're not allowing negativity to get in your way. And he was saying he hasn't watched the news in 40 years. He said he doesn't like.
Wow.
The mornings are very important as well because what you put into your head, especially just getting started, can impact your day. It sounds like you do the same thing. You're just trying to control your environment with positivity.
Mindset is everything. Mindset and routine is everything.
So with that said, I mean, maybe you just answered this following question, and that is, what advice would you give newer or less experienced agents? Is it what you just said? Mindset is everything, or would you say something else?
So if I was a new agent, there's two things I would consider. Number one, it depends on your situation. If I was a brand new agent, I would join the most amazing team in my market area. The team. I would learn from that team, number one, the systems, the processes. They're going to invest, give you the leads, and get you over that hump. The biggest challenge for new agents is developing consistent lead sources. They come into the day, it's a pipeline. We all talk about this big funnel. And the funnel, you're going to dump all these people, whether it's your sphere of influence, you're going to do a farm, you're going to have at least 4 lead sources, right? If you don't have 4 lead sources, you have an unstable table, right? Unstable table. You have an unstable business. So when you're trying to develop all these lead sources, it takes time because some people are going to buy 12 months out, some people are 3 to 6 months out, and some people are right now people. And so you come in as a brand new agent, you have no lead sources, and you're like, oh, I'm going to get my license and everyone's going to use me. It's funny. Actually, I'm going to pan over here. It's ironic. I am sitting in the parking lot of my very first broker who fired me. She fired me. Well, she didn't really fire me. She came to me and she had me on this one split, a high split, and it was during the short sales. She came to me and said, Don, in order to be here at this particular broker, you have to hit a certain amount of production to be at the level you're at. And you didn't hit it. And so we're going to have to bring you back. I said, well, Lori, she's, wonderful woman. I'll tell her name, Lori Bright. She says, well, Don, we're going to take you back. I said, you're firing me, Lori. And she goes, no, I'm not firing you. I'm just bringing you back on the compensation plan. So I left and I went to go to a team. And I made a commitment that I was going to be the number one agent in my area. And it lit a fire underneath my booty. We'll use booty. And I did. I actually was the number one agent. I can't remember what year it was in terms of dollar volume. And then that year, Richard Acevedo was in this area, Century 21 King, was the number one in terms of units. But I did it. I achieved it. But it lit a fire underneath my butt. So anyhow, go ahead.
I didn't know that story. No, you're good, man. I didn't know that story we've known each other for years, dude. I feel like, how long have we known each other now? About 5 years? 6 years?
Oh, man. At least 5 or 6 years.
It's been, probably even more than that. And we've hung out a ton of times. Like we've had dinners, we've had drinks, hang out. Yeah. I never knew that story, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
let me ask you and we're almost out of time, but I want to ask this question. This is kind of a good one. And I'd love to hear from you, especially because you're so analytical and you know what's going on out there. What's the biggest mistake that experienced agents are making right now? Not new agents. What's the biggest mistake experienced agents are making?
The same one I'm making.
What's that?
Not being consistently following up with my past clients.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
It's the hardest thing to do. You're so in the moment trying to develop new business. You're trying to keep up with your current transactions that we fail to consistently be in touch with our past clients and database.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, we miss out on probably the highest ROI, the highest percentage of return on business. Mm-hmm. We're all chasing the Zillow, ZRT leads or lower leads, which is maybe a 3 to 5% conversion rate. But truly the gold is those past clients.
So how do we do that? What's the best way to stay in front of them and being able to convert those past clients and those older ones?
I was waiting for somebody on LCA to teach me that. No, we're always trying to put in new systems and processes to keep touches. And we have, monthly giveaways and an exclusive group, a VIP group in Facebook. And so that way we're kind of trying to keep in touch with them, but not all our clients use Facebook. Mm-hmm. So it's a challenge. I mean, to pick up the phone consistently, you should actually be calling a couple of them every day. It's just like today, it's like the day gets away from you. And then you're like, oh, I didn't call my past clients.
What if you just include it in your daily prospecting schedule? If you've got one, I know everyone's busy, but just throw in 10% of them into that.
Yeah. The old rule was 554. Always put 5 new people in your database, your CRM. That's the number one mistake. I've done it. I know we're a little past time. The number one mistake for all agents is not having a great CRM and using it. That is the biggest hurdle, is not having a CRM. If you are not utilizing a CRM and putting your contacts in there and have an automated drip system in there, that is your biggest mistake. I'll put that right there.
Right on,
hands
buddy.
down.
Well, we're out of time, sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar. You're a good guy, Don. It's so nice to see you again, my friend.
It's good seeing you.
Hopefully get to see each other in person soon.
Absolutely.
And stay safe, buddy. And thank you so much for your time, man.
Thank you for your time.
All right, Don.
All right.
Take care, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.